Hi, Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Sorry. Just a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, I'm here to do your reading for this week. I'm going to start with the solar system deck and we'll see what comes out for you guys. Okay. Let's just get 4 and then we'll just keep it rolling from there and see what happens. So, let me see what we have on deck for y'all. This one I wanted to pop out. Black hole subjugation. These cards are just so big. If I could like cut them in half, I would, but they have really beautiful imagery as well, so I would never do that. But anyway, yeah, let me just get the other 3 cards out for you guys, and then I will show you what came out for you guys. Okay, binary system, relationship came out. And let's see what else comes to the surface. Supernova in reverse, so culmination in reverse. And nova, which is growth. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, that you might have had a relationship, either one that either you have a relationship or someone has a relationship with you that has been suppressed. Subjugation is actually a really beautiful card. This looks like, to me, a galaxy on its side, almost flattened out like a plate being presented is what I'm seeing. And then a binary system or relationship that maybe sits on the plate as the meal for you guys to consume from. I don't know why that's coming out that way, but it just is. And then I'm also seeing culmination here is in reverse, so there's no end to the meal, or there's no culmination can mean end, but it can also mean like a pinnacle, a peak, the top of something. So there's no top, there's no pinnacle moment that you've experienced in this relationship, perhaps because you've been subjugated, or perhaps because of some type of a suppression of some sort, either within yourself or within the relationship. Either way, if it's happening to you personally, then it could obviously be projecting into whatever situation this is talking about. And I mean, this relationship, it could mean a relationship at this keeps on falling. So like I said, I'm just seeing that this, you may have, I'm hearing beheading the beast. Something keeps falling off, or something keeps failing in a certain way. There's no end to that. There's no, this is actually also a very beautiful card, but it also, I mean, if we're going to make them parallel with each other here, then I would see this as being, if it's in the upright, the other portion of perhaps a pyramid, like that. And even though there's no end to this, whatever it is that you're experiencing here, there's growth associated with the recognition that this is a pinnacle, or that there's no head. Maybe your relationship has not been feeling like it's got a lot of direction, or the head of an organization is a boss. This kind of looks like some kind of a butterfly, or some type of like a moth. I'm just seeing wings here, one wing there, one wing here, and then the body coming straight through the middle, where the light being the heart space. If this is a romantic relationship, you may be feeling a lack of recognition, or a lack of ability to stay on top of whatever relationship you've created with somebody. And that could just mean, you know, if this is a binary system, this one is considerably larger than the one behind it. So although there tends to be one person that's maybe a little bit more dominant in a relationship than the other, you may be feeling like you are the subject, the one behind is what I'm getting here. And that you're not making as much of a splash as you'd like to make, or that you're not feeling acknowledged is now what I'm hearing. There's this blue light seems to be emanating from both of the center of the growth card here, in a small way. You know, it's not a huge bit of growth, but then here it's also in the midst of all of the galaxy behind it. This is a supernova explosion, and this is a nova. So supernova versus nova. I don't know if you're just not feeling like you're super. You're not feeling super. You're not feeling able to manifest your superpower at the moment, but you are still growing towards something. That could potentially be what's going on. Or you could also just be feeling like you're in the shadow of something else, that you're behind in some way, shape, or form. You know, you'll know how this is relevant to you and your current situation in life. I'm going to go ahead and get you some clarifiers so that we can see what the heck is going on, man. Yeah. The black hole also it sucks everything into it. And I do mean everything, like light, dark planets, you know, suns, giant red dwarfs, and black dwarfs. It sucks everything into it. One of the ways that they can identify where black holes exist is by an absence of light, or where light is disappearing. So you might feel as though your light is being dimmed in a way, or somehow sucked into a larger scheme of things, and you're not being able to shine as brightly as you're used to shining, or something like that. I don't know why that's coming out here, but we'll get some clarifiers. I'm going to use the Amun-Ra deck to do so. Let me see what's going on. It's not usually a real fun way to feel, especially if you're feeling like there's no end to that. Slurp. I'm just seeing slurpees right now, like big slurpees that cause. Okay. All right. A big slurpees that can, you know, you get free refills. So they're like endless, bottomless slurpees. I like slurpees, but if it's a relationship that you're feeling is pulling on your energy like that, and that you're expected to endlessly refill something, someplace, or somebody, that yeah, you probably aren't really enjoying that. I'm sorry. This is not actually okay. Well, let me just start here. The black hole came out with the morning star in reverse. So like I said before, black holes will suck in everything, including light. The sun is obviously the closest star to us here on Earth, but there are stars all over the entire galaxy, all over the entire universe, and it's one of the phenomenons of the night sky is that each of the stars that you see in the sky is a sun in a different area, or in a different place in ethers. So I'm just saying here that if you're feeling some type of a subjugation of your own stardom, you may be feeling like something is completely draining you. Completely draining you. And I do mean completely. I think sometimes it's hard to keep your sense of self in that case, and especially in a relationship. What came out here was Saturn in reverse. So you may be feeling like your self-esteem, your own worth, your own ability to keep your equilibrium is off. at the moment in a relationship, that you're not able to have that two-toned kind of ability to negotiate or to look at both sides of the coin as it flips. I'm just, also seeing on the $1 bill, the top of the pyramid there is removed, is it floats above um, the rest of the pyramid, and it has an eye, the eye of the all-seeing eye. I don't know if you're into The Hobbit, but I like that the portion with Sam and Frodo. Anyway, there's basically this uh, need for you to recalibrate yourself. If your light is not being able to shine through whatever issue that you might be having, then you also are maybe feeling a little lost, unable to present yourself in a manner that is going to be productive for yourself in the future. And that's it's not a nice way to feel. Then the supernova culmination in reverse came out with soulmate, which is why I was kind of making that face. This is crappy any way that you try to wrap it. I'm not even gonna lie. I can't even dress this up and make it seem like it's gonna be fun if you cannot finish with your soulmate. And I do mean in any way, shape, or form, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, or otherwise. If you're unable to come to completion, if you're unable to reach the top, if you're unable to find a way to make ends meet, is what I'm hearing. It can be one of the most dilapidating feelings that you've ever had. And I mean, I think we've all been there at least once in life where whatever situation, whatever person, whatever project it is that we're working on just isn't coming into fruition. And if this is the case for you, if you're wanting that kind of fertile mindset where you're able to be your own star in the relationship and it's not happening, or if you want your relationship to be something that you can kind of circle or in case in case. So I'm also seeing a pill. You know how pills come in those little cases that you can like twist and pull apart, and then there's like powder all over the place. I'm just also seeing that as being, two parts of the pill. So the two parts of the pill come apart, and then hopefully your essence as a couple is what's within that pill. So this is a really tough pill to swallow right here. It's not very fun to go through something like a supernova or a cataclysmic event. I don't know why cataclysmic keeps on coming up today, but it's not very fun to try to manifest anything if you're not able to make a cohesive union happen. And I'm suddenly just give me a second. You might be feeling like the emotions in the fluids in the sun, or the molten hot lava is what makes the sun something inhabitable. You cannot live on the sun, on the face of the sun. You cannot live on Saturn. The conditions on Saturn and on the sun are not conducive to life. So if you're feeling like, if, for example, these are you and your partner in a relationship as soulmates, it probably would be difficult for you to feel like you've got a place to call your own, or a home to call your own, for that matter. If what you're wanting is solid ground to walk upon. The Sagittarius, you guys are fire signs. So you're used to having a lot of heat associated with you, with your mindset, with your manifestation skills, and it's a blessing, absolutely. But in a relationship, sometimes there needs to be a cooling off period, or you know, a, a space for you to actually let things congeal. So lava, after it's molten hot and it hits the ocean waters, it turns into lava rock. And lava rock is something that we can walk on. It's actually really, really nutrient rich. But if you're not able to ever get the molten hot lava to hit the water, or contact your emotions after the passion or with the passion, especially as a unit between you and your partner, it could really cause some serious issues at the end of the day. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here. Friendship is here with Nova, or growth. So although you can really think about how to use your friends to help you, to try to bolster whatever relationship it is that you're talking about. This could be a friendship. Sometimes your friends are your soulmates in a certain way. And sometimes your friends have advice for you and your soulmate. Or sometimes you start off as friends with a soulmate and then are able to pull the water aspect or the emotions from that friendship into a growth of love, or a growth of passion, or a growth of something further, something more. And I'm just seeing here that I'm also seeing this. I was saying that I felt like this was some type of a flying insect, okay? And these are two arrows flying through the air. You guys are represented by the centaur. The centaur is half horse, half human, and he does have a bow and arrow that he's able to aim at something and then kind of target. Okay, but if you and your partner are targeting separate directions or separate things, then your goal, your overall vision and goal for each other or for your relationship may not be headed in the same direction. Maybe that you guys would be better as friends. Maybe you would be well advised to take the advice of, X marks the spot of a friendship. I don't know if you're going through, I'm just also seeing that the woman in this picture, in the soulmate, I've never really noticed this before, but the woman in this picture is the one reaching out to the man. And, 2XX is the chromosome for a woman. So you may be feeling like, as the woman, you're being subjugated, that you're not being made to feel special, perhaps, that you need more shine on your relationship. Whatever the case may be, it just seems like you may need to enlist a little bit more focus on taking that flame. I'm now also seeing a flame around the soulmate. You see the flames coming off? I've never noticed that about these cards ever. But there's also a tiny little bit of water, of this blue, that's trickling down on the woman's side. Actually, you might want to watch Love Actually. It just came to me like that. I don't know. Yeah, you might need to take some of this fiery energy that you've got just naturally. And you guys are usually hot tamales, okay? You guys are always about something, manifesting your butts off, and you're really hard workers. But I definitely think that sometimes it's good to take a moment and, have a good cry with your partner, or maybe have a talk about the ways that you can use your emotions together to create positive change, and kind of cool off some of this fiery energy, because the red I am noticing is kind of the main dish here. I was saying before that I felt like this is a platter for some reason. And maybe as a couple, you need to take the leap. Take the leap into something a little bit more than just fiery explosions. If you guys are arguing a lot, if you're just sexually connecting, or if you're just only experiencing some of that preliminary heat that couples can experience, you just might need to temper yourselves a little bit, rather than focusing so much on all of the glitz and glamour that otherwise should be reflected within each of you. I'm going to get some animal cards just to help you with advice, okay? The animal kingdom tends to have some really good advice for us as humans. So, okay. Let me get two more, and then I'll tell you what I'm seeing here. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, for the morning star in reverse, I did get the heron. It's the life, feminine energy, and renewal. So like I was saying, the heron is a bird of the water and is thus associated with feminine energy and regeneration. In ancient Egypt, the heron was the first transformer of the human soul after death. So if you're dealing, death can be associated with like a Scorpio, something like that. If you're feeling like you are a star, obviously each of us has our own stardom within ourselves, okay? So you are a star. Let's just take this as being the feminine energy in the relationship. If you're feeling like you've suffered a death of some type, or some type of a failure of your stardom here, what I'm seeing is that you need to have a conversation with yourself about how you'd like to rebirth, how you'd like to give birth to yourself first and foremost. I don't know, you could be thinking about, obviously having a son or a daughter in your life, but it just looks like there needs to be there's 2 points of light here, and that's kind of what I was saying about flipping the coin, or looking at the upper echelon of the pyramid on the currency that we use. I think that there needs to be a conversation with yourself about what kind of plumage, what kind of recognition do you need to feel important, to feel this stardom come back alive, to re-spark that energy. You are a fire sign. You've got every tool that you need to do that. I have full confidence in you. There is definitely going to be a moment that you may feel foolish talking to yourself or discussing those things that you feel are petty. But I think if you're able to have the conversation, quite frankly, just very honestly with yourself about it, then you'll be able to go ahead and manifest a lot faster a way out of this black hole. Obviously, if the black hole can consume light, then it can also consume your ability to rebirth yourself. So how do you scramble out of a black hole? You hold on tight to yourself like your life depends on it. So anyway, that's what I'm seeing here. Then I've also got the horse card came out in reverse, and that came out with the binary systems and Saturn. What it says about the horse is that it's friendship, wisdom, and strength. Okay, so horses have also been associated with sexuality or fertility. In the Hindu Ramayana, the king Dasartha asks the gods to grant him a son, and to please them, sets a magnificent horse free for 1 year. Wow, that's really relevant to what we were just talking about. Like I said, if maybe your masculine energy is a little bit low right now, as a woman, that has a lot to do with being able to manifest in any way, shape, or form. So, if what you're needing is a reboot or a boost of energy for yourself, your own ego, your own life force energy, then the horse can aid you in that. If this is in reverse, I'm just saying that you might not be feeling that wisdom or the strength to go ahead and pursue this endeavor, this relationship at the moment. I'm pretty sure I slaughtered those names, by the way, so I'm so sorry if you guys probably know how to pronounce it better. Yeah, but set a magnificent horse free for 1 year. What came to mind when I read that was that when you love something, you can let it go, and if it comes back to you, then it means that it's meant for you. So I know that sometimes when you're trying to fix what feels like a broken relationship, our first knee-jerk instinct is to hold on to it as tight as we can, or to try to make it fit into all the different boxes and, you know, shapes and forms that how we want it to look. But sometimes the most powerful thing that you can do is let somebody have their freedom to figure out that they miss your stardom, that they want to be your constant reminder. Okay, so even if that's for yourself, and you need to take the time to date yourself and figure out why you love yourself so much, that might be one of the ways that you can kind of figure out how to cap things off in a really positive way up. Yeah, and then here with the soulmate and the culmination in reverse, I got coyote, the coyote, and it kind of came out sideways a little bit, but it means transformation, creation, cunning, and good fortune. So the rather pensive coyote woman in this painting, titled Coyote Woman Waits, is a character from Buffalo Gals, Won't You Come Out Tonight? A story written by Ursula. Okay, well, maybe watch The Little Mermaid or something like that. You might be submerging those feelings, like I was saying before. You might be dwelling in your feelings, but not actually voicing them enough, not sharing that emotion with your partner enough. The coyote often embodies the trickster, a mischievous but heroic supernatural being that uses magic, cunning, or deception to achieve its ends. So instead of deceiving yourself about being Ursula in the bottom of the sea, having the Ursula mentality of just wanting to trick whoever it is that you're in a relationship with into staying with the fire, passion portion of you, have confidence that your soulmate, if it's somebody that you're truly still learning and growing from, will stay around, will be there to catch you if you fall. Will be there to pick up the pieces with you if you decide to come to the surface. Go for a walk on the beach. you know, try something a little bit more soothing. Listen to those emotions washing up on the shore. And that's a rhythm that maybe once you've encapsulated or embodied, that you would be able to then manifest a son or some happiness in your relationship, some more horsepower that would help you with moving forward through whatever has tripped you up, and stopped you from reaching the top, coming to the surface for some air. Okay. The last thing I got here was animal deities, and that's for Nova, friendship, and growth. It says animal deities are divinity, guidance, and wisdom. So in the painting titled The Council of Animals, a pantheon of animal spirits revolves around a boy playing the flute. The flute, also known as a shepherd's pipe, is one of the most ancient instruments used by people to invoke the powers of the animal spirits. So, like I said, come to the surface for air, the flute. If it's a fluke that you're experiencing, then some of these emotional waves should be able to help you with bringing together all of your animal instincts and reasserting yourself within your own soulmate relationship. If not, if it's more of a an ending that you're experiencing, then the flute will help your heart follow whatever path it's supposed to follow. It'll play a tune for you to kind of walk to. We each dance to our own drum. So, good luck, Sagittarius. I went way over. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.